Hi everybody, my name is Andres and welcome back to our channel, The Latino Verse Shots here on YouTube. For today's episode, we're going to be talking about a brand that I've recently come to discover and has become one of my favorite brands and has gotten me excited, more excited than what I've been in recent years. And that is Santurce Collection. I have one of their models in my collection right now, one incoming, and I don't doubt that in the future I'll add way more into the collection. It's a brand that I've grown to appreciate, to love, to admire, and there's some story behind it. So we're going to talk about the background, how I got to discover this brand, this watch, the dimensions, the specs, and my overall thoughts about it. So let's get started. So there were two people that I followed and still follow on Instagram that would occasionally post some of the watches from Santurce Collection. I used to see it and didn't think too much about it, didn't know about the brand, hadn't heard it before. I just thought, oh, they're really cool watches. And then literally around the same week, both of them posted the Picúa. And I thought, and it kind of clicked, and I was like, wait, that is actually a good looking diver. Looks pretty cool. I love the colorway. So I DM'd them, I messaged them, and I was like, hey, like, what's up with this brand? And they told me that it was a Puerto Rican brand. And just with that alone, I was like, okay, I'm kind of hooked in. For one, my wife is from Puerto Rico, and obviously that was like a huge tie-in for me. And then the fact that you'll see watches that come, a few brands that come from the US, many that come from Asia, and then a whole bunch that come from Europe. But in my experience, hardly is the case that you find or hear about a brand that's from Latin America and from a Spanish speaking country itself. So when I heard that it was a full brand, they had a couple models out, and from what I heard, everything was positive. I was very, very, very much interested. So I followed them on Instagram and I asked them about the Picúa. And they replied pretty quickly. I got to know Jose and Anita, who are the power couple behind Santurce Collection, and I ordered one. And I received it, I have it right here on my phone, or the date at least, March 10th of this year. Mind you, prior to that, since 2022 or 2023, when the Tudor Black Bay 54 was released, that one became my most worn watch in the collection, period. I've had it since March 10th, and I keep track of the watches that I wear through an app. And since March 10th, this model has been my most worn watch consistently. And I don't doubt that by the end of the year, it will have dethroned the Tudor Black Bay 54. So don't get me wrong, I love the Tudor. That's staying in the collection forever. But it comes to tell you just how great this watch is. Obviously gotten to know more and better Jose and Anita, incredible people, so humble, so smart. And on top of that, they just have a whole community of watch lovers, watch enthusiasts, and they throw these crazy events that one of my goals is definitely to go to one of them in the future. But that's pretty much the background story about it. Now let's get into the specs and dimensions of this watch. Okay, so I had to go outside because it got really dark in my apartment and I don't have a studio setup whatsoever. So I apologize if you guys hear any background noise of my dogs barking. But here we are outside. We're gonna go over the specs and dimensions of this beauty. So to start us off, 39 millimeters for the case of the watch. We have a lug to lug of approximately 45.5 to 46 millimeters, a 20 millimeter lug width, sorry. And then in terms of the thickness, it's only 12 millimeters. Screw down crown, signed as well, which provides it with 300, not 200, 300 meters of water resistance. And then the movement inside is the Sellita SW200-B. It is automatic, sapphire crystal with a huge amount of anti-reflective coating on the inside. I will tell you guys, this one is one of the most legible watches. It doesn't matter if light is hitting it directly or whatnot. The crystal disappears and you're able to tell the time without a problem. I'm gonna get it closer to my mic so that you guys can hear it. Here's the bezel action. I will tell you guys, the bezel action is great and it snaps right into place. There's literally no play and it aligns perfectly. I love this style. I love the red accents on the tips. The indices are chunky, very good to read, very easy to read. The handset is great. The whole bezel looms up. I have probably pictures and shots on my Instagram about it too, so that you guys can check it out. The crown is very large, very easy to operate. Such a great grip with this, kind of like a coin edge design to it. Easy to wind, easy to set the time, easy to screw in, as well as the bezel. The bezel is so easy to hold and to move around. Now the strap that I have it on right now is from Arklin Straps, and it's a collaboration with Andy at Andy's Watches. Arklin, was a limited edition of 300, I think. There it is. And I'm gonna take this off to show you guys the watch itself. The case back, a drawing, a design made originally by Anita. This is her creation. It's called El Jíbaro Buzo. And you got some of the specs on the outer portion of that case pack, 300 meters, the movement SW200, Santurce Collection, and something that I love is that they're numbered. It adds a level of individuality. I always struggle saying that word in English, but it makes it more unique to the watch that you have on hand. Some of the things that I love, so legible. I love Santurce Collection. Their logo right there, Picúa, they keep it simple in a dial. And then, like I said, the chunky indices is one of the best things. The colorway is a great pairing. The red, the cream, the black. I have yet to find a strap that does not work with this watch, and it's great. Some of the great things that I love about this watch. One, if you want to be part of a close-knit community, sort of like that cult-like following that Panerai has in a good way, if you want to experience that family-like environment where everybody's so passionate, so loving about the brand and so personable, then this one is for you. Second, if you love the design created with huge care and huge thought in mind, so much so that each of these models is basically a love letter to Puerto Rico. If you want intentional, genuine designs with huge amount of love, then this one is for you. And third, simple. If you're into lume, none of these watches are gonna disappoint you because it blows my mind. I have watches in my collection that are triple the price of these or even more, and they don't beat the lume on the Picúa. I don't know how they did it. I don't know, but it's stunning. So if you're a lume junkie or a lume fanatic or whatever it may be, this one is for you. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. I genuinely hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, just drop them down. I will get to them. And yeah, I'll see you guys around on the next one. Ciao.